Welcome to FX Options University, recorded live at the International Securities Exchange, the world's largest equity options exchange. Join the industry's top trading professionals as they provide insight and strategies for trading in the currency markets using FX options.
Basically what it does is give us buy and sell or bullish and bearish momentum readings. Orange arrows pointing down, I'm sure you're pretty well understanding the concept that orange arrows pointing down indicates potential bearish conditions. Blue arrows pointing up indicate potential bullish market conditions until we change. And so here we have orange arrows pointing down. Basically, what I like to utilize, number one, is look at the seasonalities. If I know that I'm in a seasonally weak period of time, that the market traditionally could see follow-through weakness, this is not a time frame where I want to be looking at taking buy signals. I want to be looking at taking sell signals and stay with the dominant trend. As a trader, we want to stay with the dominant trend, and if you can learn to use seasonalities on your side, or at least seasonal past price history action, then therefore you're going to probably put better odds in your side. This is not the Holy Grail. This is not something that I think everyone says, hey, I'm going to abandon everything I've ever done in my life, and I'm going to just learn this forever. You know, there are a lot of great market analysts and tools, technical analysis tools to use. I choose to use these. I found these to work the best for me. The ones that I've created are ones that are based off principles that have been, that I've developed based off other teaching. Pivot points, I did not create pivot point analysis. I just created a better way of using it. Using moving averages. I didn't utilize and create the concept of a moving average. I just created a way of combining moving averages with certain algorithmic changes in market price. If you think about this for a quick second, folks, when you use technical tools, the only thing you're using them for is to help you, A, set up an entry and also give you at least advanced information on where you might want to look at exiting a trade. At best, that's probably or at the very least, that's what you should be looking at technical analysis tools. When I use a moving average, as you see on your screen in front of you, I like to see if the market is truly bullish, then prices should be, and when I say prices, I'm talking about the open, high, low, close. Those are the four variables that we all have equal access and information to. I'm looking at the price action as it relates to those moving averages. If market conditions are bullish, then the price action should be above the moving averages. If the market is bearish, as you can see here, we turn on by January 15th, the market turns bearish. If the market's bearish, then prices should stay or at least trade south of the moving averages. And moving averages, if the market rallies back up to test the moving averages should act as resistance, helping me to confirm that the market is still in a bearish momentum mode. So if I look at seasonality and I look at seasonal analysis, I say, hey, this is a weak time frame of the year. We should be looking at trading the south side of the market or looking at a bearish strategy on euro. And then you come down and you say, well, you know, my person's monthly target is around 136. Now, this is the last week of trading. I got news for you, folks. We're probably not going to get down to 136, and that's where seasonalities can help me. Because if I go over here and I switch over to the ISE Euro Index, here's what you're looking at. You're looking at a mirrored reflection of the euro currency versus the dollar. You're looking at the dollar-denominated euro currency. So the euro index with the ISE is going to do the opposite of what the spot euro currency will show you. In other words, if you're in a time frame from a seasonal perspective that you believe that the euro dollar should weaken, then the ISE, the EUI index, ISE Euro Index, should go up in value. All right? It's the dollar-denominated value based in euro. That's what you're looking at here, if that makes sense. Now, the question is, well, person, Why the heck did you make this so complicated? Why not just do the inverted seasonal analysis to make it really easy for us? Well, here's the reason. I'm using, because spot Forex is not a centralized, traded on a centralized marketplace, folks. Spot Forex is traded, through bid and ask system, no centralized market. How do I trust where the market's trading with who at what time? I have no data bank to extract true information from. So therefore, the only place to get long-term history data is through the futures industry. So that's where I use the futures industry information. But then you say to yourself, well, John, maybe the futures are a little thin, and I'm an options trader, and I only trade stocks. And I say to you, listen, if you're trading futures or Forex or stocks, this is still a fabulous index to trade because the options are 100% electronic on this product, the EUI, the ISE's index, Euro index. So all traders can benefit by trading this. The only thing is that you need a securities or equity account to trade this product. So that's number one. But here's another couple techniques and tricks that I like to teach my students. Most of the markets do not trade 24 hours, the futures do, so you need to use the futures information to your advantage. I just showed you where we have the futures or the spot Forex support target on the euro, and so the opposite should be true for the euro currency index with the ISE. We should see that as upside resistance. When you look at the euro currency chart, you kind of gave you a different picture, but when you look at this euro index chart, it kind of gives you more of maybe a potential longer-term bottom with a stair-stepping higher high and higher lows. Now, what you're looking at is if we are expecting the market or the dollar to rally against the euro on or about the second trading day of the month, then we're looking for buy signals to get long the market, and we utilize these, what we call pivot point, the monthly pivot point, to help give us support targets. And so now I could say, all right, listen, here's where the euro index is giving a buy signal here at 69.5, more or less, 69.48. What's my objective? Well, my pivots are telling me that we could potentially get, by the end of the month, the resistance is 73. So now I can start to formulate a game plan, and now I can say, well, listen, let's go back to our chart on the foreign currency, and it shows that the dollar strengthens against the euro from a historic standpoint all the way through the end of the first quarter, which is March. So maybe I want to look at, instead of February options, maybe I'll look at March options, and I can come down here and I can start looking at March options and look at call options that are more in the realm of reality and start looking at some of the deltas, start looking at my probability of expiration of whether these options will expire worthless or whether I have a fighting chance of making money. So combining seasonalities with specific technical tools, you can better formulate a trading plan in the marketplace in the euro index with the ISE. I think it's a very powerful combination, and one in which I think that over time, as long as you start looking at these markets, and I'll go back to our presentation. If you could help me out there, Steve. I think I see it says share
I'll
document.
find it. Yeah.
Folks, I tell you what, this is a classic. This is the first in its kind that I'm bouncing between live screenshot and live trading account and also a PowerPoint presentation with the ISE. So this is kind of neat how that you guys can get like a viewpoint of how I, as a trader, look to set up my trades personally. I do utilize seasonality. I do look at these particular obvious charts, and more importantly, I like to look at, as I used to call it, the Monty Hall game. What's behind door number 1, door number 2, door number 3? If I see or sense that there's an opportunity for a market to go up, and I look at that and I look at the probabilities, what's the percentage of time that that market has happened?
Get trading ideas, exchange rates, webinars, news, and commentary. Visit www.fxoptions.com. ISE FX options can be easily traded through all options-enabled brokerage accounts.